At India Hikes, we have 4 specially designed programs for schools. On all these programs, learning happens experientially. Students learn by doing and by being engaged completely with the activities of the program. Now 3 of these programs happen on treks and 1 in campus. The first program that happens on a trek is a 6-day Himalayan trek. The second program is a 1-night camping trek that can happen in the hills close to your school. The third is a day trek that happens in the hills close to your school as well. The fourth program is one that doesn't require students to leave the campus, which is why it is called Camp in Campus. Some schools may opt for all 4 programs and some may go in for a combination of these. Whichever program the schools take up, the benefit for the students is immense. Now let me take you through each of our programs, how they happen and what the learning outcomes are. The first program is a 6-day Himalayan program. Here we have specially selected treks that go up to an altitude of around 12,500 feet, which have the right amount of challenge and difficulty but are at the same time safe for the students to go on. So when students come to the Himalayas, we divide them into teams, and teams are given specific responsibilities which they have to carry out day after day. We also have teams exchange responsibilities so that all students get to do all different aspects of the trek. Now each day ends with reflections, and the reflections bring out the learning of the day and enable them to take back this learning the next day into the field and deal with perhaps challenges that come up which they have not expected as well. So now the learnings that come out of a program like this are immense. Students learn to get accustomed to hardship. They become much more resilient. They also learn to take responsibilities completely and be committed to what they decide to do. They learn the natural consequences for the choices that they make, and they leave with a heightened feeling of confidence that if I can do this, I can do anything in my life. The beautiful part of this program is that these learnings are not temporary. They are very deep-seated and they last a lifetime for these students. Now the second program is an overnight camping trek. Schools that do not want to first go into the Himalayas immediately and want to have a practice camping program opt for something like this. And schools that are located close to the Western Ghats or to the Himalayas or to any place that has hills around them lend themselves very well to this program. Now in a 1-night camping trek, very similar things to a Himalayan trek also happen, where students are divided into teams and given responsibilities. The only difference is that they don't get to do it day after day for 4 days. But otherwise the learnings are quite powerful, and this is an amazing experience for students who come for the first time into a camping experience. Now let me tell you about the third program, which is the day treks. Now day treks are an ideal introduction to the world of trekking and to the natural environment in which students need to spend time. It is a great preparation for a camping trek and a Himalayan trek as well. As we see, many students these days are not in touch with nature. Rocks, soil, insects, wind, all of this disturbs them. So a day trek is an ideal preparation for anyone attempting any further interaction with nature and trekking. Apart from this, there may be schools that may not be able to send students on a camping or a Himalayan trek, but at the same time want to have students learn from nature, which is why we have these day treks which are very beautifully designed, because every single hour of this trek due to its short duration, we have packed with activities that bring out learning. At the same time, students feel this great joy of being connected with nature, sometimes for the first time. They do not have the experience of actually engaging with the wilderness, of feeling soil, of touching rocks, of feeling the wind pass through their hair, of reaching a summit and feeling, wow, I have done this. Being with several thousand students over the last few years and seeing this repeatedly in them, I feel that day treks are a great introduction to the world of trekking. The fourth program that we have for schools is a little different from the other three because it doesn't include trekking. But then we have noticed that when students go on a long trek which also has camping, the camping related activities have a lot of learning for students. So if a school does not have a trekkable area around them, doesn't have hills or wilderness, they can opt for just having a camping program on campus. Now we have seen in our camping programs that students learn how to work together because each one has been given responsibility of taking care of a different aspect of camping. It could be setting up tents, it could be cooking food, it could be making arrangements, seeing that everyone is comfortable. So even in a camping experience, we see great learning that comes out. They are more empathetic by the end of this experience. They have a sense of responsibility. It may be the first time that students are camping outside the four walls of their home or just living outdoors. For some, this is very exciting. And we have seen by the end of this, because it is a different environment, because there are challenges, because they are still doing things they have never done before, they leave with a lot of learning. And this is very beneficial to students and schools as well. So these are the 4 experiential learning programs that we have specially designed for schools. We have seen several CBSE schools considered as a co-scholastic program for their students. We have also had IB schools that take it up as a CAS requirement for their students, and several IAYP students who come for their different levels, whether it is bronze, silver or gold. Seeing how our programs complement and can be integrated into the curriculum of your school, I'm sure you would want to consider it for your school as well. If you have any questions and would like to discuss it further, do get in touch with me and I would be most happy to answer your questions.